a.k.a. 43, here live in Miami, Oklahoma at the beautiful Buffalo Run Casino. And standing next to me right now is one half of our big main event. He's a southpaw fighter, coming in with a professional record of 18 wins, 18 defeats, 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wolf, Juan Antonio Lopez. Juan, you're stepping up with an undefeated fighter here tonight, Carlos Nava. This is a great way for you to knock off an up-and-coming star, get your name back on the marquee in several fights. What have you done specifically to get ready for this fight, to get you back on that track?
I mean, I just make sure I do my work in the gym. I show up every day and I show out. I've been here before. I've fought plenty of undefeated fighters. Ain't nothing new to me. So, I just got to go in there and get my job done.
Now, strategy-wise, it looks like, you're a little thicker, a little more muscular than Nava. He's got a little bit of height on you. Have you maybe done something? How are you going to overcome that jab reach?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a game of adjustments, right? So as long as I make more adjustments than he does, and, we should get the game plan taken care of and pull out the win.
Well, the Wolf is hungry here tonight. He's ready to howl for this crowd if he can pull off the win in our big main event here at a.k.a. 43. Juan, anything special you've been working on, anything we ought to look out for tonight, maybe a prediction on tonight's bout?
Just a W. I know I got my people watching, and that's always a motivation, my kids at home. So I'm just going in there, man, and like I said, I'm doing me. I'm doing my business, and we'll go out there, have fun, and pull out the win.
Well, the strength of the Wolf is in the pack, and he's got his pack at home, checking everything out. The kiddo's going to be watching Dad go to war tonight here at a.k.a. 43. Standing next to me right now is the name on the marquee, the top dog, the main event man, the undefeated phenom, known as El Giles. Here is Carlos Nava. Now, Carlos, you're holding it down for the legendary Smith Boxing, coming all the way from Houston, Texas. You've got a game opponent, a lot of experience, 36 professional fights, 11 knockouts. He's got some power in his hands. How are you feeling about this bout tonight?
I feel really good. I'm confident in my skills and my talent. I put in the hard work all the time, and me and my coach run through game plans every day, all day.
Look, your footwork I saw in your last fight is absolutely fantastic. You kind of outclassed your opponent in that one. He couldn't even make it past with the third or fourth round. You've got a great jab on you as well. What I was noticing at the face-offs, you've definitely got the height and the reach advantage on your opponent. Looks like he might have a little size as far as muscle mass goes. Anything got you concerned about that at all?
Nah, size don't matter. If it did, then the elephant would be king of the jungle.
Amen, ladies and gentlemen. You heard right there, words of wisdom. He's a man of little words, but of big action inside the ring. And you're going to see why he is the undefeated phenom when you tune in tonight to a.k.a. 43 and see our main event fighter, El Giles, Carlos Nava.
Here we go.
Lopez and Nava ready to put the finishing touches on a.k.a. 43. Well, the first thing that's going to pop off to you is Nava's speed. He's very quick, and it'll jump off the page at you.
Yes.
We are underway with the main event.
Nava with a quick jab to start off the fight.
And he's going to use that jab quite a bit. We saw it a lot in the last fight.
You see that jab already affecting Lopez. He's got that really high guard with his right hand. He's in the southpaw stance right now. One thing I'm curious to see if it takes place. Lopez is circling towards Nava's power.
Oh, there's that left. Great work.
Quickness showed right there.
Yep.
Very much so.
Great dirty boxing inside now.
Ooh.
Lopez eating a couple big shots.
Lopez returned fire, though.
He did.
Pop Nava's head back a little bit. There, he's right back at it.
Got to be careful in tight, though. Nava's dangerous in there.
Well, with 36 pro fights of himself, Lopez isn't a chump. So
oh no.
He's been in there.
This fight scheduled for 8 rounds. We've had 4 round fights. Now we'll have an 8-round fight to cap off the night.
Be very interesting to see if that lead left hook that Nava throws, if he can sit there and slap that out and use it to step in with the 2, because Lopez keeps moving into that power shot.
Mm-hmm.
Both fighters land.
Good left hook.
That left hook is crisp.
I like a good left hook.
Agreed.
fighters backing up. Goes straight left.
They're meeting each other right in the center and slugging it out.
Very, very entertaining fight so far.
And Lopez is definitely game. Had some big moments.
Yep.
Now this is boxing right here.
It is.
These guys are boxing.
It's beautiful boxing right there. It's dirty boxing. If you want to sit there and look at the kind of defense that Lopez has got with the cross guard.
Yeah, they're not grabbing each other. They're boxing in and out of all the
No, they are.
all the tough spots.
They're using angles and everything. It's very, very nice. Nava back to the jab.
Mm.
Oh!
That's a massive shot from Lopez.
Oh, wow. Nava. Oh, my goodness. He is on Queer Street. He needs to be stomping his heels right now.
I'm not going to lie, guys. He recovered way better than I thought he would. I thought he was out cold for a second the way he dropped.
He didn't see that big right hand
No.
come over the top.
3 seconds. 2 seconds.
He's going to be.
Good save by the
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
I think he's even shocked.
I think everybody's a little
like,
shocked.
Didn't see it coming.
That sucked the air out of the building.
It did. Well, Blake, you talked about it. He's got all that experience, and he is game, and he's got a big right hand, too, apparently.
No, he does. He was setting it up. If you watch his defense the whole time, he was sitting there leading him into it. That was a beautiful shot. You know, let's see how Nava, he's still undefeated. Once again, he hasn't learned to lose yet. Let's see how the experienced fighter and Lopez pushes him. You know, Nava, champions come off the canvas.
That's right.
You know?
Whoa, there it is.
There
That
it was,
is
right.
He was
beautiful.
going to throw that left hook, and he got there first.
Yep, and he dropped his hand. Look, when you throw a left hook, the counter to it is a straight, so you got to throw that left hook at the right angle. If not, that's going to happen. So, look, I'm very interested to see Nava come back. He's off the stool really quick. I would like to see him move a little bit this round and bounce on those heels to get the cobwebs out.
Well, really good analysis from you early on in that opening round. Let's see what round 2 has in store. You can hear the corner for Lopez saying Nava's still hurt.
He is a little hurt. I don't think he's as hurt as much as they say he is, but he's still got a little cobwebs. You know, who wouldn't after that kind of shot?
Right.
Sure.
I don't think Lopez needs to rush into anything.
No, he doesn't. He's taking his time.
Yes.
Got to be careful because that left could be waiting for you.
It could be. But, you know, just like we saw in the fight 2 fights ago with Bravo, right, and how he was, you know, closing the distance. And, you know, Lopez is a veteran, so he knows to keep his distance and keep his time. Good head movement. Look, he just landed it again.
That was close.
We really need to see Nava get those hands up so that he can sit there and deflect those.
Yep.
Lopez starting to find some magic out there.
He is. Remember earlier we talked about this being at 130 pounds. This was his first fight at 130. So the speed is also, you know, Nava's fast, but so is everybody else now.
Great point. Oh, another big right hand.
And he took that one.
Man, he ate that one pretty clean.
Oh, there it goes again. Ooh, again, he really needs to be tucking his chin, and he needs to be on his bike. He doesn't need to be in the right here.
Doesn't he be standing in that pocket?
No, he needs to be throwing that jab and moving.
Making Lopez come at him.
Yeah, this is exactly where Lopez wants him to be.
If you're Lopez, the confidence certainly at a high point right now.
Absolutely. You're loving what you're seeing. If you're in Lopez's corner right now, you love this.
Ooh, Nava with a couple good shots, though, maybe an equalizer.
Good overhand right for Nava. But as he's backing out of that pocket, he really needs to keep that right hand up. Every time he steps back, look at it right there, it's down. He needs it up because that's the shot that dropped him last time.
Ooh, great body work from Lopez.
It is.
Oh, both fighters reaching back for something extra. If you're Nava, after being knocked down like that, you want to get that back. You do have 8 rounds to work here. It's a little bit different from the other ones we've seen, so he has more time to get that back. But certainly, it's in the back of your mind.
It is, but at the same point, you've got to realize that this is a long-term fight. You've got to sit there and play the long game. At the end of the night, this is a fight you need to win. You're supposed to win, and you need to sit there and go back out there and get ahead on the scorecards. If the knockout and stoppage comes, it comes.
Well, a good response from Carlos Nava after the big knockdown in round 1. But, hey, look, Lopez had another solid round there in round 2 as well.
He did. I mean, that round right there could have gone either way. Both people landed and threw hard shots. That one's a tough one to call.
Yep.
There was the two-punch sequence where both of them landed in the far corner for Nava. That was the biggest moment, I feel like, of that second round. I don't know if it was enough to, tip the scale, but it was certainly probably the biggest moment for either fighter in that round.
Yeah. I think Nava's got his legs back under. He boxed well there and did what he needed to do.
He definitely did. I want to see Nava box a little bit on the outside. He's obviously the better boxer, the better pure boxer. He needs to stay on the outside, use that jab, and let the counters work for him.
That's a huge left right there from Lopez. I mean,
it is. And every time you see it, it's landing because Nava's dropping that right hand.
Listen, if a judge gave that round to Lopez,
you can't be mad about it.
You couldn't be mad about it, no doubt.
Now let's see if Nava sits there and boxes a little bit more. Good head movement. Good left hook.
Good stuff by Nava.
Beautiful.
Keep your hands up. There you go.
There you go. Oh, he got caught again.
Yep.
Turned into a slugfest here in round number 3.
I mean, they're both just standing there putting it down.
That was a couple big shots landed for Nava.
The problem that I'm seeing right now is Nava doesn't, or at least Lopez doesn't respect Nava's power. He's just walking through it.
I think you're right.
And obviously we know that Nava has to respect Lopez's power at this point. Nava might need to sit there and, fix his strategy a little bit and box a little bit more rather than being in the pocket.
1 minute has ticked off the clock here in round number 3. Careful to the back of the head.
This is definitely not where Nava needs to be. He needs to get his back out there. Beautifully done.
Yep.
Beautifully done with the check hook off.
Like he heard you.
Good work.
Down low, Nava going below the belt accidentally.
This may play into Nava a little bit better. Can sit there and have a little bit more time to recover.
Referee asked him, you know the rules, right? He said, yep, and that was all there was to be said about it.
Hey,
I like that exchange.
You got to love our referee. He's been in there for all the fights tonight. Hasn't got out, only got a break during intermission.
And he's done a great job. He got the call right early. We had with the Hawkins-Phillips fight where there was the illegal shots, deducted a point. That was well done.
Oh, took a point. Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Nava is in a big hole now.
Is that a little much, guys?
I think it is. It definitely wasn't intentional. I think it would have, a warning should have been. We've seen a lot of fights have multiple warnings. I think that was a little much.
I agree. Right as I'm giving him praise, he does something that I disagree with.
Exactly.
I think you got to give the warning there. It doesn't deserve a point this early.
I mean, right now, if you want to give a warning, you took a point from Nava. I mean, Lopez's mouthpiece just came out. You got to sit there and give him a warning or take a point, make it even.
Sure.
Tit for tat here. So Nava's in a big hole here, guys. We need him to. He needs to answer.
He's going to have to start looking forward a little bit more, and he's certainly intensifying his efforts.
Yep. Good job getting off the ropes and turning his opponent back to the ropes.
Definitely. He needs to sit there and keep working. Good work. He's keeping his distance a little bit more.
And Lopez needs to get out of there. He doesn't need to sit there for sure.
No, he doesn't. Good jab. That's what we need to see more out of Nava.
We saw it in the first round, and then he got dropped, and he hadn't done it as much, hasn't used it as much.
He abandoned. The fighter in him came out, and he wanted to sit there and be in the pocket and show that he could return fire and take it.
A nice left, skips
it's probably
off.
A comfort level, too.
Good point.
Ooh, he needs to be careful.
Yeah, we know how serious that is.
Apparently.
Great point.
And how does that change your game when you got a point taken for a low blow?
Look,
do you keep throwing those body shots thinking, man, if it happens again,
You've got to sit there and keep to your game plan, but at the same point, you've got to be cognizant of it, right? I mean, we're in a big hole now. This is round 3, and we've had 2 10-8 rounds, maybe. You know, possibly 2 10-9, 1-9-9. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how the judges score it, but that was an iffy call by the referee.
Yeah, that's one I disagree with. I think he's done a great job here tonight. I really do. Thought he's been pretty much on top of it, but that's got to be a warning. It really has to be. Especially when there hasn't been anything between the two guys, crazy, weird, nothing.
It was a one-time shot.
Yeah, just unfortunate for Nava. But this discussion they're having in the corner between rounds has to be, hey, we got to go hunt this thing down now because those are 2 rounds that are against us.
Yeah, we're 3 rounds in, and we're potentially down 30-26.
Yeah.
So we've got to definitely step our game up.
And we need to turn it up now.
Yes.
Maybe it was another round. Now you got to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we've got to go. This isn't a 10-round fight. It's an 8-round fight, which is still enough time to make a difference. But you can't afford losing a round now. We need a knockdown, or we need this to win every round.
Mm-hmm.
Round 4 of 8.
Beautiful straight right hand right there.
That was gorgeous, changing up the game plan a bit.
Ooh.
Straight left from the other side.
Good grief.
This is what you want your main event to be like. This right here.
Absolutely. This is a beautiful exhibition of boxing. Beautiful jab downstairs.
AKA 42, we had a massive upset in our championship bout in the main event. Could another upset be brewing here?
Ooh, beautiful combination. 1, 2, 3, all 3 of them landed.
Oh.
Yes. That's exactly what you want to see out of Nava.
You kind of see him turning it up, what we were talking about.
He took a beautiful angle and landed that beautiful combination.
His back's against the wall, and he has certainly come out swinging. Oh.
Good foot movement, good footwork. I would like to see him get that right hand back up.
Oh, that was close. I mean,
really close.
That was real close. Nava has not shied away from going down to the body.
No, he hasn't. Give him credit for that.
Nearing the halfway point of round number 4. Good right hand from Lopez.
I want to see Nava get back to that jab. There we go. Use that distance. He's so much more effective at that distance right there.
He's certainly picking up momentum here in round number 4.
Get that hand back up, Nava.
Lopez letting him know about it.
He is.
He definitely works better behind that jab.
He does. And every time you see Lopez touching, it's because Nava drops that right hand. He's timing it excellent. Excellently, rather.
Good lead left hook. .30 seconds away from the bell.
This is Nava's best round so far in the fight, in my opinion.
No, you're absolutely correct. He had a couple nice moments in round 2, but this has been definitively his round. Lopez has slowed down a bit, and Nava has
picked up the pace.
Yeah, he's picked up the pace and taken advantage of it. That left hand just missed the mark.
Yep. And then the straight left from Lopez landed. Very competitive fight. Great main event. Good job.
What a fight we have on hand here at AKA 43. Carlos Nava and Juan Lopez in the main event going toe-to-toe through the first 4 rounds. Lopez certainly up on the scorecards at this point with the knockdown and the point deduction. But these final 4 rounds could be really fun, guys.
You know, in my opinion right now, Nava needs all of them.
Yeah.
And in the same aspect, so does Lopez. To go take somebody's O, you've got to go in there and put in the work.
Right. He's giving him all he can handle for sure.
He definitely is.
Another look at the replay. There was some of that good work from Nava in the round, and he was just finding his mark over and over and over. And, you know, one of the reasons he had so much success, the jab was back. I mean, there was one point where he threw like 6 straight jabs, you know, and that was leading to success.
He needs to live off the jab, and I'm sure his corner's telling him the exact same thing. It's just whether or not. And here's a point. This should be a warning or a point because, you know.
Looks like
when he came out of the corner, his mouthpiece rolled down there on the floor.
Well, right back to the action.
Back to the jab issue. His corner, we can't hear him over here, but, you know, I'm sure they're telling him, work behind the jab. You are so much more effective, and you are the better boxer. So, oof.
There was that jab, a straight left from Lopez, though, to answer back.
Because he's dropping that right hand. He really needs to plant that right hand up against his right ear.
There it was again.
Yep.
It's that counter.
That right hand from Lopez is what dropped Nava back in the first.
Yep. And now it looks like Lopez has got a second win, guys.
You're right.
He's applying the pressure.
Saw that straight right.
You know, this is exactly where Lopez wants to be, that close. He nullifies Nava's jab and sits there and takes away the angles. I popped the jab. There we go.
That's
Yeah,
where
he's starting to see that now.
Yeah. It will make his life so much easier if he pops that jab and keeps that right hand up. There we go.
I feel like he's really seeing the punches well in this round.
Yeah, it all starts behind that jab for him.
It does. It's a beautiful jab. Oh, keep your hands up. Lopez is throwing some beautiful combinations. He is taking advantage of every mistake Nava's making.
Lopez just dropped his hands.
And he's trying to counter everything.
He's baiting him in.
Nava.
Once again, I think Lopez is tasting Nava's power and doesn't really have any respect for it yet. So he's okay baiting him in to sit there and try and make him pay.
Been a pretty, a pretty close round here in round number 5. Oh, both fighters
both
land.
Exchanging straights. This is exactly what you want to see in a main event.
I agree.
The fans here in Miami, Oklahoma being treated to a great card. What a way for AKA to introduce themselves to the fans in Oklahoma. Lopez a couple to the body.
Beautiful combinations and work by Lopez on the inside.
Yeah, he's picking his volume back up.
Nava needs to get out of the corner.
Lopez searching for it. He was looking
Good
for a
spin.
bomb.
There we go. Good spin. Back to the center. He needs to be popping that jab. Nope. That's where Nava needs his world to be, is the center of that ring. Throwing that jab. Taking those angles. And, you know, that was another close round. How do you guys have it?
I thought Nava pulled that one out. He was a little more busier. But, yeah, man, anytime you got a close round, it could go any way.
I thought Lopez had some pretty good moments right here in front of us there.
He did.
You know, it was that was a tough round for me to score.
It's a very tough round for us to score. This is a very competitive fight. I can't really be mad if that goes either way.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if Lopez was throwing just a few more punches, it would keep him closer in that round.
It would. And if, contrary to the other point, if Nava would sit there and live in the middle of the ring and throw that jab, when you've got an excellent jab, throw it.
Yeah, you landed a lot.
You landed a lot, and it breaks the other person's rhythm. It makes it to where they cannot get into their groove. Stay in the middle of that
counter
ring.
You with that big right hand.
Absolutely. Obviously, Nava's got the better footwork and the better jab. Use it. Use it.
Downstairs to the body. 3 rounds left to work. Carlos Nava trying to catch up to Juan Lopez.
Yeah, he's in a position where he can't afford to be losing any rounds right now.
No, for sure.
Lopez corner saying that Nava looks tired. Ooh, ripping the body is Nava.
Oh, that was a little. The referee's definitely watching where he's landing those body shots at.
I think that one shot from Lopez snuck its way through. Nice straight
Nice
right
straight
from
too.
Nava. Another one. Popping the head back of Lopez. You can hear people all around the place screaming he's tired. I think both fighters are feeling it just a bit here in round number 6.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, this has been a nonstop war. They
Yep.
have been in each other's face. This has not been a smooth boxing match. They have been testing each other's mettle.
And I do think, the question of who has more left in the gas tank needs to be answered here in these final 3 rounds. Could make a difference.
Well, as we've all said before, Nava needs these rounds.
Yep.
Nava needs them. Nava needs to not just win them. He needs to win them emphatically.
Well, Lopez has been walking him down this round.
He has. He's put his back on the ropes, and he's landing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being, and as what you were saying earlier, Mr. John, he's being more active right now.
Yeah. I think his corner probably told him, hey, we need more out of you.
Ooh, good body shot. Good return shot from Nava. Beautiful.
That left hand on the money for Nava.
Nava needs to stop being in
Them
there.
hands up.
Now, one thing about Nava, he has not fought this deep into a lot of fights, guys. It is something to keep in mind. He usually finishes his opponents by now.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, that's a nice combo.
New weight cut,
Yep, good point.
longer round, tough opponent that is in his grill the whole time. This is what you need. If you're wanting to be a world champion, this is the type of experience you need.
$15 seconds remaining.
If I'm in Nava's corner, I'm telling him to live off the jab. He should be pumping it right now.
Yes.
If you want to throw that 3, make it a 1-3 and live off that jab. Pump that jab. Break Lopez's rhythm.
Man, what a fight.
I mean,
It is.
that's another close round.
Yeah.
That's a really close round.
In my opinion, in this, I've got to give that one to Lopez. He was the
Me too.
aggressor. He put Nava on the ropes. I think he's applying the pressure, and he needs to sit there. Nava, that is, needs to use that jab and dominate the center of the ring. And right now, in my opinion, Nava needs a knockdown. He probably needs at least
he does.
2. It may be closer than what I'm giving it credit for, but Nava needs at least 2 knockdowns to secure this fight.
Obviously, we can't see what the judges have over there, so we're not sure. Who knows? Maybe both those last 2 rounds went to Nava, and it's closer than we think. But I tend to agree with Blake here that Nava's in a spot where he needs at least 1 big knockdown, minimum.
To be comfortable.
Yeah. Of course, there's always the possibility of a finish. 6 minutes left to work for Nava.
There is.
Juan Lopez looking for
Beautiful left hook by him, though. Beautiful.
one of the biggest wins of his career. Got to be careful with that uppercut.
Oh, they are throwing some leather.
Yes.
Beautiful uppercut landed by Lopez. I just don't understand why Nava, who has so much success from the outside, has to stay this close. You're the faster guy. You have more agility, better footwork.
Ooh, it's a big right hand. You definitely don't want to get in this spot.
He just got clipped too.
Punching his way out of there.
I will tell you one thing. Nobody can question Nava's heart.
Definitely not.
Lopez a little bit more flat-footed now, kind of standing in front of the target. See if Nava can take advantage.
And that's why I think Nava needs to be on the move, jabbing.
With that jab, yes. That's
how you get that flat-footed.
And when he stops moving, that's when Lopez is able to get off.
Right.
Interesting, a little something there between the two fighters.
Good. See, look at that footwork. Throw that jab.
And make him move.
Make him move. And when he moves into you, that's when you make him pay. Then you move again.
Both fighters throwing some big shots here in round number 7.
Good left hook.
You can see Nava, he's looking for that big one. He's loading up for it every once in a while.
Yeah, see, the only difference I think I see is Lopez throws 1 and Nava throws 2.
There's that jab.
It's so good. He needs more of it. Double it. There we go. That's exactly what we want to see. And look at what it does to Lopez. It pushes him back, and it breaks his rhythm.
Makes him think.
Yes.
And Lopez has been game since the first round, so.
What a fight.
Wow.
7 rounds in the books. We will head to our final round of AKA 43. Presumably with Juan Lopez ahead. Good round there from Nava, I would think. But, I mean, man,
So Blake, if you're in Lopez's corner, what are you telling him right now?
If I'm in Lopez's corner, I'm going to tell him to do exactly what he's doing. Do exactly what you're doing. You have 3 minutes. 3 minutes for the biggest win of your career. Put him on the ropes like you've been doing this consistently this whole fight, and go to work. We will carry you out of this ring. We will carry you. And if I'm Nava in Nava's corner, I'm telling him I need a knockout. I need it. Give me everything. Do not. How much does that 17-0 mean to you? How much does 18-0 mean to you? Show it to me. Give it to me. Put on a show and get him out of there.
Well, certainly he's got a great corner.
Yes.
Smith Boxing, they've had some studs come through there. Let's see what the word was for Nava. 3 minutes left to go in the main event. Lopez searching for the big upset, one of the biggest wins of his career. Carlos Nava trying to hang on to that 0.
I like where Nava's right hand is. There he goes. He's going to work now. Good. He knows. He senses the urgency. He knows where it's at. Good. He's keeping that range a little bit better. Oh,
he ate one right there.
He ate one right there, and it pushed him back a little bit.
Juan Lopez going nowhere.
No, he wants this. Look at him.
This is some fun boxing
Both
in
of
tight,
these guys,
man.
Both of these guys are giving it all.
Lopez got to get his hands back up, though.
Once again, I don't think he respects Nava's power. He's sitting there putting his hands down to try and get in between those shots.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yep.
Got to be careful, though. Nava desperate for a knockout.
Oh, beautiful right hand.
Yep.
Beautiful right hand. Nava needs to get off the ropes and get back to the center of the ring so where he can do some more damage. There he goes, right there. And he needs to flurry. He needs to finish with 3 or 4 shots.
Final 90 seconds.
Needs to get out of that corner.
Got to get out of the corner.
Good.
Quick little spin.
Lopez like, I don't want to be there either.
Ooh. Nava trying to let it go. Lopez says, bring it on. Approaching the final minute.
Nava's definitely having a really good round. Beautiful
Oh,
left
that
hook.
stunned him a little bit.
It did. It put him on his heel a little bit. Nava needs to follow up. He doesn't need to be close where he can be clinched. He needs to have that range a little bit. Fire some shots.
That right hand is clipped underneath the chin as well.
Lopez is definitely game. Look at him. He's got him exactly where he wants him.
This is where Nava needs to spin him around.
Yep, there he goes.
Got to get out of there.
But he doesn't need to just get out of there. We're in a moment of urgency here. We've got to be returning fire.
Well, he's got 35 seconds left to find the knockout. Big shots being thrown by Nava, but he eats a right hand from Lopez instead. Nava shaking his head no.
He's got 10 seconds. We need some
Get
flurries
off
here
the
from
ropes
both
and
guys.
flurry.
Show who wants it. 8 seconds. Oh, come on.
Wow, that's a close fight.
What a fight. Juan Lopez, Carlos Nava. It goes the distance at AKA 43. Did the early knockdown by Juan Lopez carry the fight, or did Carlos Nava do enough down the backstretch to even it up and potentially pick up the win and stay undefeated? I'll be honest with you guys. I think if Lopez loses this, it'll be a real disappointment because he did a lot of good work in there, and the point deduction. We can't forget about that either.
You had the point deduction, the drop. You know, that's 2 10-8 rounds, possibly, maybe 9-9 on one of them.
Yeah.
This is going to be very interesting, but I think Lopez got it 5-3.
It was good to see Nava come off the canvas like that.
Yeah. It was.
You know, that was a big shot, and he came back and got his wits about him and continued to box very well the rest of the way.
He did. I want to know why. If I'm Nava's corner, Nava's trainer, Nava's advisor, I'm going to tell him in the fights like this, we've got to get back to our jab. We're such a superior boxer with so much better footwork than this opponent.
Yeah.
We've got to sit there and be on that jab and turning angles.
The jab is really good. Of
Jab was
Nava's.
phenomenal.
Yes.
What a fight by
Lopez.
Juan Lopez, though. I mean, just an incredible effort. He was game from the start. Obviously, the big knockdown early really set the tone for the entire fight.
He would take some punishment
Yeah.
to be able to dish his out.
The biggest result of the night coming up right now. Dynamite has the card. He's got the microphone. He's headed to the steps. Will it be Carlos Nava staying undefeated, or has Juan Lopez pulled off the upset at AKA 43? Here's Dynamite.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of fantastic boxing action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Judge number 1 scores this bout 75-75. Judge number 2 scores this bout 76-74 in favor of Nava. Your third and final judge scores this bout 77-73 in favor of your winner by majority decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Carlos.
He pulled it off. Well, like we talked about, you coming to take somebody's O, you really got to put it on. And
I mean, to be honest, I've got to sit here and talk about it. I don't agree with the scorecards, a couple of them. I thought Lopez put the pressure on and gave it to him all night. I'm really shocked with that.
I'm a little shocked myself. I thought Lopez did enough. Great effort by Nava, though. You got to give him credit for being able to come back and hold on to that O.
He did. He got off the canvas and he showed the heart of a champion.
Yep.
But that doesn't sit there and take away from Lopez and what he was able to accomplish and do.
We're going to have a good time here at the Buffalo Run Casino.